playoff teams, I think this is the one to circle.
I'm with you. Well, Steph and Dame, two long-range snipers, just box office. And this Blazer team are knocking down a ton of threes. One of the best three-point shooting teams in the league, but second in the league in attempts.
They've been a better defensive team than the Blazers. Now, Kent Bazemore's getting his first start because Kelly Oubre injured himself on a dunk in practice yesterday. And
players like point guards. So if you're Kent Bazemore, you may have to guard Damian Lillard at times, but who's more equipped, like you're saying, defensively to deal with the other team's superstar? And I would say that's probably the Warriors, even without Kelly Oubre Jr.
And oddity, Zach Zarba, Mark Hyatt, and Derek Richardson will blow the whistles as Bazemore gets in. Mark Hyatt has done everything, and then sack, and then now back with the Warriors. Shot clock down to 2. And the step back by Covington, and this is the offensive rebounding. He's
happy about it. A little in and out for Kent Bazemore, just early offense.
But Draymond knocked it away. Looney dealing with them now. And Looney, if they pitch a shutout, they'll win. Okay, so I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Steph for 3.
Out the ball, and I think that's the difference between him and Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, when he gives it up, doesn't move as fast. He's been doing that defensively, moving his feet and reaching less.
Step back Curry, another triple, a little 10 spot to begin the game.
And Steph's own defense turns to his own offense, and that's the way you start fast against this Portland team. They're going to come at you in waves, so get off to a fast start.
Very attractive young gentleman said several minutes ago, the Warriors need to get Covington. Steph's doing a decent job, giving away a lot of size.
Moving his feet.
And now he's got Lillard on the switch.
He did good looks.
And Trent Jr., beautiful read on that cut. And he stole the pass, saw it the whole way. And you talk Jay McCollum, he's got the junior. He's a problem offensively.
It's not just spot up threes.
Speaking of threes, Steph is 3 for 3 on threes. I'm going to ask you a rhetorical question here. Can you tell that the Warriors had a practice yesterday?
Yeah.
Draymond with a beautiful steal.
They look sharper.
And then the reward. I mean, 11 of 16 on the road. They've had no practices.
Yeah. They're working on defense, and then they're getting out and running, taking advantage of transition defense.
Step back for the
ones. He's going to make those step backs.
Oh, Steph wanted it. Gary Trent Jr. closed out just enough. And then the back cut. And I tell you, base the ball.
You had multiple.
Keep playing defense and don't look at the score. Curry reached Covington. To Houston, and then Portland grabs him in the offseason. The ultimate kind of 3-and-D guy. And Looney, Draymond, and here comes Covington pushing it back. And then Robert, he was the bright light. Undrafted, played really hard, and definitely earned people's respect. A little push shot by Wiggins doesn't go. Looney with the board.
Team, you love playing with a guy like that.
And also, too, we don't want to miss out. I mean, Draymond rolled his ankle in that Laker game as Steph had his pocket picked. Oh, and Bazemore swatted that out of bounds, but in play tonight.
Oh, definitely. He was going to be there for his teammates. Dame Lillard was on Steph there and took the challenge, knocked that one loose. And then he has still a lot to give.
And his canter on the ear little in.
Those under out of bounds. Don Nelson always said, switch everything, because you're too close to the basket. Anyone gets screened at all, you have no time to recover.
Oh, speaker. Michael Mulder was named to the...
Mulder tried to end Enes Kanter just now.
In case people were not as familiar. Trent Jr. easing into a 3. They're going to launch a ton of them. The basic team defense
stripped him.
Steph. They're getting matched up against each other a little bit.
But here's the right idea because they have no rim protection.
He's rebound of the night.
Enes Kanter is not a rim protector.
Good idea, but the Warriors want to slow things down. Carmelo skip pass.
And Enes Kanter in the paint when that pass got skipped over.
Did you say there just cruises in?
And with James Wiseman, it's just a blessing to be able to play with Steph because all the attention that he's going to draw.
Steph on Carmelo.
Oh.
And so Curry with by little. Get it out of Lillard's hands. That's been the Warrior game plan so far. Gary Trent Jr. built like Pascal. Gary Trent, he could shoot it. Steph wanted contact there. Is it a
trait when he's flailing his legs out and kicking his legs trying to get the foul?
Yeah.
This Portland Trailblazer team because he does respect Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum.
Gary Trent Jr. missing, and for Wiseman, he got one job there, and that's the deal with Cantor. And then as Cantor will get this rebound. When Carmelo Anthony was on Olympic teams, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, volume shooter, he was the efficient elite player because of the respect he had
to get there. And remember, with those USA teams, he led them in scoring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that. So
he has all the Olympic scoring records.
So he can be effective playing that way, more efficient.
After the three-point play, Mulder a corner.
Oh, that the Blazers are going to make a run, and they have.
Now, you're going to have multiple runs for both teams during this game, and points aplenty, more than likely. Speaking of points, Rodney Hood, 7.
A lot of firepower.
Steph floater. And he's knocked down, and he knocked down the shot.
Because of the way he easily, and then it's just about figuring out how to finish. And good thing for him, he's got that teardrop in his game. But look where his defender is. Rodney Hood, that's a terrible angle. And Steph, as soon as he gets it, is like, okay. And then this is the other side. Rodney Hood, he knows he's got Jen, can come in this game and affect the.
Lands on Steph, but he's okay. Final minute of the first quarter, and if you like points, this is your game.
Warriors have double-teamed Lillard a few times now, and he just decided to attack James Wiseman, who was the.
Stories and features about influential women in the community. Foul him, you can just mark it down. Steph for 3. 16-point quarter. We'll just see different guys going to take a chance for Mulder right now. Lillard went away from the double. And Nasir Little.
But you start the game 10-0 for the Warriors. They have a chance to be leading at the end of the first quarter.
Rodney Hood misfiring there, and that'll do it. But if unit, Pascal's the guy to play through.
Andrew Wiggins as well.
And Carmelo,
for them,
I'm telling you, it gets you nervous when he gets in that rhythm. Pascal sensing a seam and a better kick out. JTA for 3, and that
it there. Open whenever he caught it. Then they collapsed on him late. And
Pascal doubled, set up Damian Lee. That 3 misfiring, but there is Wiggins on the offensive glass.
Sometimes those good defenders just have a really tough time accepting any foul.
Absolutely. Wiggins. Pascal moved his feet nicely, but Carmelo's got a lot. They reward Pascal now. Going to back down Rodney Hood. And didn't get enough contact. Got his own rebound
shot. It didn't look like he was going to be able to get back up and get his own miss, but he did easily.
Simon's
range last year, that's good for #1. This year, that's barely in the top 10.
Right. So Steph back in and right. I'll tell you, Lillard, I give Bazemore credit, Wiggins credit. Just what a load to try to guard that guy. Steph through the Portland defense. Hello, come on, Looney. Be a team that scores 114, 30th in assists, and the difference is how the Warriors play right there.
Exactly. And Steph,
rebuilding that lead, pushing it up to 7. Started the game up 10-0.
Look at the Warriors denying.
Lillard. Bazemore stayed down in the pump fake. Little Lillard-Carmelo 2-man game. Portland really moving it nicely. And Gary Trent Jr.
Oh.
Repost to Draymond. Curry attacking. Curry will get by him. I'm not saying anything about the 62-point game, but Steph's got 20 already. I mean, he's only played 14 minutes. Oh, Gary Trent
for Looney. He knows he can't shoot the 3 ball, so it's just tough to move your feet, and then Bazemore just
35th pick, and the players become. Don't forget, Gary Trent Jr. was taken 37th.
Got a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, quite a value selection. Curry flipping it up and in. He will take the bucket and the body.
No, in fact, a lot of it was this.
19 from the line.
He is finishing better than he's ever finished in his career. He just rejected the screen because Gary Trent Jr. let him choose which way he was going to go. He had to think about it for a second.
Got 23. Shot clock down to 1. And they beat.
That's why I say you got to be ready to close out to the shooters.
Draymond looking for cutters. Wiggins went first. Looney went second, but wasn't able to grab that pass. Gary Trent Jr. And for that kind of three-point play.
Off with his body. This is the rare off-target pass from Draymond Green. Off
advantage in terms of shooting, 51%. Portland's at 42. Both teams have made 6 threes. And yet you look at the score and the Warriors' feet. Draymond sensing a seam and left it on the iron, but Looney the offensive rebound.
Missed a few layups in this game.
Ball moving around nicely.
He lost a shoe. Steph.
Bazemore missing that 3. Looney again. And then Looney will.
Warriors have gotten a little cold from the three-point range. So
Lillard trying to get baseline. A bunch of Warriors were there, but Steph Curry, okay. That was his first commitment. Other big schools came after him later. He honored that, went to Weber.
You love your 4-year college.
I love him. And I don't think he's hurting financially for going to college for 4 years.
Super paid.
And neither is C.J. McCollum, who's 4 years at Lehigh.
Lillard is averaging 31 since McCollum got hurt.
Steph. And there's.
That's the switch they wanted with Looney. Doubled.
Knocked away by Draymond. Rodney Hood. They could go a very quick 2-for-1 here. And Steph's called.
Never travels, but this is that last little
float in. And Derek Jones. And they're going to play it on Warrior Postgame Live. Part of the conversation with Bob Myers, which is always awesome. So the shot clock off. Final 8 seconds. Bazemore down to 5. Bazemore nearly had it stolen, down to 2. Get it to Draymond to Looney, or did it?